our property was hit by an EF4 tornado and our two barns were damaged. The big barn had the most damage, a wall detached, and the rest of the walls were racked. Posts snapped, and the two 16-foot industrial doors were found a couple hundred yards away. It's crazy. This tornado affected about 55 homes, and there is not a single casualty. So my woodshop was in the white pole barn. This pole barn was made in the 80s. It was built like a tank. It was spray foamed on the inside, so that may have helped keep it together. Due to its age, though, it's cheaper to rebuild, although I'm not rebuilding it this size. I need a bigger space. But more importantly, in the meantime, while we rebuild, because it just doesn't happen in a week, I need a temporary wood shop that I can work out of. I found a 14 by 30 portable building. It has 2 windows, a side door, and double doors on the end. So I got this shed plus a storage container, and these two are going to serve as my wood shop. Today, I'll take you on a tour of how I have it set up. I've started working in here. I've started recording some things now, so I kind of show you how I have it set up. So I have my main working table. That's the 4x8 table over there. This table is just for when I bring things in, or say I bought something from the store. I'm not ready to use it yet. It's just a place to set it. I have my miter saw there. And then I also have my table saw right here as well. Table saw and miter saw always has to be kind of in the middle of your space, because from the miter saw to the wall is 9 feet, so that I can cut an 8-foot board. A lot of times I work with 10-footers, but I really just couldn't bring that saw out anymore, so 9-foot will work for this. I also have this area, which I have a piece of insulation kind of blocking it right now, but I've got some stain down there, some paint supplies. I need to bring more paint in. I've got it in a storage shed out there, and as it turns out, I'm in there all the time looking for paint. So I just need to bring the paint in here. On my main table here, I have drills right here next to screws. Got open area, got some hand tools, ring lights. And then I have on wheels is my scroll saw and my bandsaw right here. And the bandsaw, and those are on wheels, which is how I had it set up before. If I'm doing a tutorial, I can just move it out in front of the camera. And then I've got a table over there, kind of for staging stuff. I have all my chargers over there. So I have a lot of things to, camera equipment that always needs to be charged up. I have my air compressor tucked in that corner there. I'm probably gonna end up stacking wood in that corner. It's open, but I have no lumber board storage in here, so that's probably what's going to happen. I've got a pallet rack in my storage shed, and that is what I'm using, putting all my wood on right now, but it's kind of inconvenient to run back and forth. And then down below my workbench here, I have nailers, a vacuum. I've got it organized, crown staples, my sander, sandpaper, some hand tools I don't use very often. And there's some things, toolboxes down there. Jigsaw is one of them, grinder. I've got a nailer, framing nailer here, then crown staples, and then just some random stuff in there. And I also have some screws that I use sometimes. And then I also tucked sanders back there that I don't use a whole lot, but I can bring them out and move them and set them on the table if needed. Underneath here, I just kind of have, that's empty storage right now. I'm sure it'll get filled up with scrap wood at some point. And I have these drawers here that I have just supplies in. I have a burn box, and I didn't have room for a big garbage can, so I'm just using a bucket right now. I also have stored underneath here is some clamps and a small drill press. I don't really use a drill press a whole lot, so I don't need it on a table. Under a table is fine. These doors I insulated with this material. It's just foam. The walls are insulated, but the doors weren't. So I got this foam. It's actually just sitting in here. It's so tight. I may cover it with the wall paneling. I have extra wall paneling to cover it, but just not a priority at the moment, so I haven't done it yet. I got a fridge back here. I got forks and stuff in here, but I got the fridge. I keep waters in here and Alani News. So let's talk about lighting. So for lighting in here, you can see I have lights above my workspace, and then here I have 2 more lights above here. I've got some tables right here. These are for crafting basically. These tables are on wheels, so I can move them around. Very, very convenient to have stuff on wheels, especially in a small space, because it's really hard to plan. I wasn't totally sure how it would all play out. For heating and AC, I have this portable unit. I bought this from Home Depot. It's a Toshiba, It's for a 700 square foot area, even though this is about 400. I bought bigger than what I needed, and thank goodness I did. This thing is expensive. It was like $700, but it puts off really good cold air. There's no major, electrical plumbing I have to do for it. We had to drill a hole in the floor because it has condensation that has to, go into a bucket or something, so it goes outside into the grass. Also serves, so it's AC, heat, and a dehumidifier. So expensive investment, but it will be worth it. I also have my internet booster there so that I can get internet in here, which is important, so I can, receive calls or do Facebook Lives. And I invested in a new air filtration thing. That's an Airflex 2-in-1. It's from the brand Lasco. I got it at Menards. It's more expensive than a regular box fan, but it is a lot quieter. And it's designed to have a filter on it, because sometimes if you just put a filter on a box fan, it can kind of burn the motor up. Well, that's the tour of the current she shed. So if you have questions, drop them in the comments. Thanks for joining me.